disclaimer, my name's John. Welcome to Seriously Read a Book. So usually we do sort of funny, quirky books here. Now, today's book's a little bit different. It is more serious, and it is for kids who have recently had somebody die in their lives, whether it's a person or a pet or a friend. This book, Death is Stupid by Anastasia Higginbotham. This is a book about that, and it's from a kid's perspective, and it's about all of the crazy things that adults say when they don't know what to say, when you've had somebody who's important to you who's died, and you're trying to figure out what the heck is this, and maybe you're feeling things that you don't understand. This book's about that, and it's all from the perspective of a little boy. So, if you are a kid and that's your situation right now, please watch it. Please ask a parent or an adult or a grandparent or somebody who you love and trust to watch this with you. And if you know somebody who you think would benefit from watching this, please pass it along to them. Buy a copy of the book if you can. There's a link below the video so that you can buy the book and support the author and the good work that she does. Here we go. When a loved one dies, oh, look at him. How do you think he's feeling right now? Someone says, I know exactly how you feel. People can say some stupid things. Oh, how do you think he feels there? When they say, don't cry. Just be grateful for the time you had with her. Do you think those are helpful things? Even the people who care about you most may not know what to say. They may say, we lost her. Well, then find her. We can't, honey. She's gone. Gone where? Is she ever coming back? These are normal questions to ask, right? Yeah. Every life comes to an end. Looks like he's looking down at a coffin there. Oh, and someone's saying, she's in a better place. Dying is not a punishment. And then he turns around and he says, would I be in a better place if I died? These are normal questions to ask when people say things like that, aren't they? Yeah. But then the person says, heavens, no. But it mostly doesn't feel fair. And look at what he's doing there. Looks like he's putting his hand out, he's reaching out and touching her hands. You ever done that? My dad died, and I've had grandparents who have died also. And one of the things I remember is that moment, touching their hands. Yeah. Death is not better. It's stupid, he says. We just mean she's at peace. She can rest. And don't say stupid. Why can't she rest here with me and still be alive? He asks. Right? These also are normal questions. Oh, so he goes into a dream in which he thinks, oh, maybe I can fix this situation. And he says, here's your breakfast, Grandma. I'm going out to take care of your garden. If you need me for anything, just yell out the window. I'll come running. And she says, oh, thank you for letting me rest, dear. Now I don't have to die. Some people may try to help, and they make it worse. They'll say, well, now your grandma can watch over you wherever you are. Right? But then he imagines this. Ooh, right? Spooky grandma in a ghost outfit watching him eating whipped cream straight out of the can. I don't think he likes the idea of that. Beliefs about what happened after death are personal to each of us. We all have our own ways of understanding and not understanding this mystery. So search your heart and other sources you trust to find out what you believe. But beware of the lies. And people will say things that aren't true about death, too. Things like this. She's only sleeping. What he says is, don't say that to me. Sleep is what I do, and I wake up every morning. My grandma isn't asleep, she died. Seems like a healthy response to me. What do you think? And someone says something that isn't true, right? Come on, honey. Time to go home, his mom says. It takes courage to go on living when the one you love has died. Someone in this car says, beautiful day. So even though they're at a funeral, it can still be a beautiful day, right? Oh, and here are the cars lined up. Have you seen anything like that? Sometimes people will, in the daytime, they turn their lights on and they all get in a row and they go to like a cemetery or a gravesite or something. That sometimes happens in the United States anyway. It's tradition. And it takes courage to accept that death cannot be changed. Everyone eventually has an experience of someone who died. It looks like a picture of the grandma, doesn't it? A member of their family. Looks like there's some bread. I wonder if she made that. A good friend. That looks like my cat, actually, who died about a year ago. There's a little dog. Someone they thought would live a lot longer. And here are words that sometimes you hear from doctors. We did everything we could. I'm sorry. I don't know if you've ever heard that or not, but that's a common thing that doctors will say. Your pain is not less than theirs. It's not more. It's not the same. So he says, can I play in my room now? And his mom or his dad say, be sure to hang up that suit when you take it off. I will. So he's taking off his tie. It's like he's changing. Suit's going on the bed here. You might be freaked out by the grief of those you depend on. And he says, my dad cried at the funeral. Not the quiet kind of crying. It was the kind you can hear. And here's a picture of his dad with hands on his head, and he's sort of bowed over in the church pews, and he's going, oh, oh, right? Crying. His big dad is crying. He says, my mom says to talk to Grandma in my imagination. I know what I would say. And here he is talking to his grandma in his imagination. Grandma, you shouldn't have died. I still need you. And she says, oh, honey, I know. Death is so stupid. And he says, Grandma, you said stupid. And she says, well, it is. Tee-hee-hee-hee. That's a loving moment, isn't it? So you can have loving moments in your imagination with people who have died, right? If you have questions for the one who died, ask them. Just ask them in your imagination or even write out loud. Grandma, can you see me doing bad things from heaven? This is a question I used to have. Nothing about you is bad, child. And don't you ever forget it. I like that answer. How about you? Do you like that answer? There may come a reply. My spirit is safe. In dreams or in signs. That looks like a road sign, right? That you can look at and think, huh, I wonder if that has a meaning. For this kid, it says, it's okay for you to have fun without me going forward. Or, I'm sorry for leaving you. You know, that may come to you. And here he's crying. And that's a natural part of grief. With the question, where did she go? Why do you have to die? Oh, and there's his dad holding him. It's good to have people to hold us, isn't it? Grandma's garden is weedy, Dad. He says it sure is. She'd be so annoyed. She would. We don't get to keep everyone we love who has ever lived. Let's get you dressed, but we do get to remember them. Long after their lives have ended, here he goes, his dad's holding his hand as they go down the staircase. Grandma died, but her plants are alive. Remembering lasts. And, oh, his dad is saying something to him now. My mother fed and watered everything out here, including you and me. So keep your connections to those who have died and to those still living. And so the boy's holding a tomato here in the garden, and he says, Dad, would you teach me to make the sauce she made in the boiling hot jars? And the father says, it would be an honor, as they gather the tomatoes from the garden. These connections make death less scary. Oh, see, he's taking away the word stupid. Make it less scary. And they make life more fun. The end. So, at the end of this, there's a little activity section, which I'm going to quickly run through here. And it's about things that you can do in case you've lost someone, to sort of hold on to them while letting them go. And that's what the boy says here. So I'm just going to read it. Want to know how to keep someone and at the same time let them go? Wear what they wore. Play what they played. I'm in! Looks like they're playing cards, and looks like he put on his grandma's shirt and necklace. Read what they read. Hey, my name is in here. Looks like a prayer book. Make what they made. Ooh, that looks delicious, doesn't it? A little chocolate cake with a cherry on top and some whipped cream and sprinkles. And everybody says, oh, he says, who wants some? And people say, me. Ooh, me. Yum, yum. Me too. Treasure what was dear to them. A good example may be to treasure yourself. And their flowers and their garden and whatever it was that they really loved. When an animal you care about dies, people may not understand your feelings. Feel them anyway. And here's some things that people may say that aren't very sensitive. We'll get another one. What's the big deal? It was only a... And then whoever the animal was that you cared about. It was only a cat or a dog or a rabbit or a snake or a goldfish, whatever. You're still sad about that? People may say. Push that business away. You can say something like, let me be. You need to shield yourself from words that hurt you. So create a shield. Let me be. Oh, and here's a place. Now, for those of you who don't have a copy of this book, you can make a heart. You can draw it or paint it, or you can make it out of fabric, whatever you like. And then in the middle, you can put a place, you can put a name or a picture of an animal, or maybe more than one, who you loved and who have died and who you'll remember always. Oh, and hey, you can hold a ceremony for a pet. You can play a song, or you can plant a plant and say their name. Names are magical. They're like spells. Oh, and here's some examples of names. Nono, Mommy, Kathy, Jidu, Connie, Bodine, Tony. It looks like they made these names out of fabric and thread and googly eyes and crayons and glitter pens, all kinds of stuff. So it says, think of the name of the one you loved who has died. You can picture it in ribbons and sequins and paper and string. Silver pen, gold pen, googly eyes, crayon. Notice how it feels to see it, to hear it, to say it. You can either do it or you can just close your eyes and imagine it. And here's a circle. If you have a copy of this book or if you buy one, you can put a name or a picture of someone who's died in there, or you can make one on your own. Or you may prefer to leave a space like this open. So this is a small way that you can connect with your feelings and and to keep the one you care for. And just know that whatever feels good to you, whatever keeping of them with you, however you want to do that, just know that it's enough. And this book is called Death is Stupid by Anastasia Higginbotham. If you see this video and you know someone who you think would benefit from watching this video, please send it to someone who you love, who may be going through a hard time. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and hit the bell. See you next time.